Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to make a harp. I designed this in Fusion 360 and I printed it out with a wood filament. And now I am just cleaning it up here and there for some support that was not that easy to get off. But I'm just cleaning off every part here before I continue. This is going to be a little series of a few different instruments that I have designed and made both from normal materials but mostly from 3D prints. So I'm sorry if you don't have a 3D printer. Maybe you have a friend or someone that could print for you. And I'm just used this 3D filament with wood chips in there. You can get it in different colors and this is a lighter one. When I had the worst parts of my 3D print, I am using this little sanding stick and my sandpaper to just make sure everything is nice and neat like I want it to be. Then I have this really thin plastic wire. It's actually for card making, but I am using this for the string on this harp. So I'm cutting off at least 3 but maybe even 4 pieces of the string. Make it long enough. You rather want it too long than too short. I'm using my tacky glue on one end of this string and I'm popping it into one of the holes in the harp from the top and down, and I'm going to leave these few strings here to dry before I continue. I know it is really hard to see the strings, but I'm taking the string one at a time and popping them in to the holes in the top part here. That's the long flat part, and you want them to be sitting straight so you get straight lines of the string. And it can be a little tricky. I actually pulled them all out a few times before I got to glue the top part together, but I placed the first 3 or 4 strings through the first 3 or 4 holes here, and then I'm ready to glue the top part here to the body of the harp. Again, I'm using tacky glue and a tiny bit of my super glue. Actually, I don't think I showed that here, but I used a tiny bit of super glue to make sure it will stay together. When that glue has hardened completely, so you are sure that everything will stick, you are going to take another string. You will string that through the next hole in the top part and into the bottom layer hole here, so you have this straight string, and you're gonna do this from this end and all the way to the front. Take your time with this and let these strings glue dry before you continue. Make 3 or 4 of the strings and then continue after that has dried. I have all my strings in now, and now I am gluing this piece on here. I'm not sure what that's called, but I am gluing it so that I'm making sure that it is sitting right at the bottom before I glue it on the top. And on the top you have a string that comes out in that place where it is glued, so make sure you pull that tight before you glue the stick here in place. And please leave this to dry again and let it harden before you continue. I'm just making sure that all my strings are securely glued in at the bottom by pulling it not too hard, but by pulling it lightly. Then I take the first 3 or 4 strings and I pull them tight, and then I bend them over the side, and I'm taking my super glue and I'm putting a little super glue in each of the holes for the strings that I hold in my hand. And I am taking a piece of paper and wiping this glue into the holes, so it's not sitting around the hole but in the hole. And I am popping on a clamp to make sure that the strings are kept in place as long as it takes for the glue to harden. Again, let this glue harden completely before you continue. Then you just cut off these pieces from the glued down strings here, and you cut these pieces off so you have a little less mess to be working with while working on the strings. Now take the next 3 or 4 string, make sure it's the next one so you don't have a string you don't want to in your hand. Pull them tight, glue the holes with the super glue, and dry off the super glue so you're sure it's only in the holes, and clamp the strings. Leave that to dry and continue all the way down the harp's top here. Just take your time with this, because otherwise you will risk ruining everything. So a little at the time is better than a lot at one time. Then I have this thin strip of quilling paper, and I only have a few different colors, so I took the lightest colors of these strips that I had, and I painted a piece of this black on both sides. This way I'm sure that I don't have any visible yellow left on the strip. Leave that to dry. My harp and the strings are now finally glued pretty good together, but I don't want to see this top part of the harp. You could leave it as it is, but I decided to glue this little piece of black paper on top of all these holes here, just like a kind of a little decoration. So I'm just gluing a tiny piece at the time, making sure it really has some connection with the top of the harp. And I'm doing this all the way down to the connection between this top part and the body of the harp. Then I have these nail art water decal papers with different patterns on them, and I found a few with a small roses on and some leaves, and I really like those, so I cut out a bigger one and a smaller one, and I cut out a one that was mirrored the first 2 ones that I cut out. Then I removed this little top piece of plastic from the picture, and I placed some water on the back side. You can also just leave it in a little bowl of water if you want to. I just find this easier when I'm working with it. And then I am just waiting for the water to dissolve this glue there is on these pieces. And when it's ready to be removed from the paper, I'm just sliding it over on the side here of my harp. Whoops. Decorating the bottom part here of the harp. So the bigger one goes here at the bottom, and then the smaller one goes at the top over the first one, just to make it a little larger on the harp. But you can decorate this harp as you want. If you have some gold leaves or something, you can use that at the bottom of the harp if you want to. Those 2 indents around the bottom, you could decorate that with gold if you wanted to. I just don't have that right now, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna do the same here on the other side, just mirrored. Then I am using a Fimo glaze, and I am glazing all the woods here on the harp. It takes a little time, but I'm making sure I have everything glazed. This way the harp will have a more uniformed color from the places where we sanded and so on. Then I have these small beads that is actually for making bracelets and so, where you can squeeze them together. I don't know the name of that in English or American for that matter. And I'm just popping a dot of glue all the way down this shape of the top here, and I'm popping these small beads on there as those screw to make sure that the strings are tightened and stuff like that, all the way down. And that's it for the harp. Oh, I forgot to tell you that you can find the link in the info box below for my 3D print. So you can print it if you want, or get a friend to print it for you. I had a lot of fun with making this harp, and I think it came out really, really great. Let's make a pan flute as well. I designed this one again on Fusion 360 and printed it out with a white PLA. I tried with the wood PLA, but it wouldn't print right, so I am just going to use a sand colored paint here, a Vallejo model paint, and I mixed it up with half white Vallejo paint so that I get a lighter brown color that kind of looks like the wood 3D printed color, and I'm just gonna paint the whole pan flute with this color. I painted a few more of the yellow quilling paper stripes black before, and now I am coloring some of them with a silver paint on top of the black, and I'm going to let that dry. Then I am using my tacky glue, and I'm gluing one of these strips around the pan flute, just placing it all the way around it. You could have painted the pan flute in the color you wanted it to, or you could have left it in the white that I printed it with, and I'm actually going to leave one in white that I will show you in a second. But I wrap this paper all the way around, and I make sure it is into all the small divots. And as you can see here, I made one with white as well, the same silvery strip around it, and that's it. So this little one is pretty easy to make. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. So thank you for watching, and I hope you will try it out. Happy crafting.